That was a lot of
And
fun.
Haku is in the
Yeah, I
lineup
watched that
for
match.
King
I
of
wasn't
Saudi
there for it.
Arabia, so
that's
that means that they are going to play the Lucio. When Labdo is in, they're going to
most
play the double
anticipated
flex
match,
support.
Jack.
When Haku is in so far, that means the Lucio. And both teams now rolling out as we are in downtown on the same compositions. Bastion, May. It's all around
like KSA's
positioning
position
and
better
using
here,
your
since they have
cooldowns
access to the side
effectively.
ground.
Your Sigma needs to be getting a lot of poke damage, but
they're not
cannot
using
get
it,
walled
so.
and taken down by the Bastion. Great rock by Kalush to start things off, and they have positioning on the point.
KSA are using these walls to maybe sneak behind USA a bit, but they can't let themselves get surrounded.
Oh, their bat is
Hydron
gonna split though.
just unleashing on the KSA. Good
Looks like
craft.
KSA is
KSA
taking
took
the
that
first
pressure very
fight.
well. They took positions and angles, and USA just thought they could crack the egg with force, and well, it's them that got cracked.
Chat, I just want to say, I talked to some of my friends that are on Team USA, and they said, I don't know if this is true or not, that they're doing really well against South Korea, and now
that fell. So great first team fight.
I don't know if South Korea's if Korea's favored, they're not doing good against CSA.
I love the way that KSA rushed to this choke right here to like force USA to try to funnel through that choke. Like they Lucio's boosted straight there, so that like
so they knew they probably didn't have. Yeah, that's actually I've never even seen a team hold this close.
Yeah,
I think they're just disrespecting Team USA.
They don't do well with surprises.
Yeah, and Saudi Arabia, they're not playing scared at all. And when you have a
they're
player
definitely
like
playing back and forth. Like when they got pushed last time, they came back to these cars.
From Team USA, from teams in the
Oh,
Overwatch
they
League,
found the May though.
Yubi has been caught off. He is going to manage to get away, but both
I've
Maybells
actually never
are
seen a
down.
team
He's
play
trying to
this
get a
aggressive
flank
though.
Blizzard. Catch USA
that's gonna catch
unaware, and
one.
it looks like he has.
Yeah, the blizzard hits. Kalush is frozen. So is Hydron. And USA
Oh,
tried to
and
fire
they
back with an
used
Ant
window
Matrix,
for that.
but really, everyone is just trying to get organized and into
tried
shelter
to save
from
them.
the storm. And USA have lost out 3 fights in a row.
And so far, it has just been surprise attacks by Saudi Arabia, time and time again. First the flank, then the aggressive amplification matrix. Now
Jay,
the,
I'm never trusting you.
aggressive
Dude, chat,
Blizzard. And
Team
now
USA is
look at
gonna
the
win.
USA
Trust.
players
You guys trust
walking
me,
out of
right?
spawn. They're all looking every single direction, afraid that Kingdom of Saudi Arabia could be hiding in any of these corners. And that's a great mental game to fight and win so early in this series. Early flux coming out of KSA puts Kalush in the air.
Yeah, I think the only problem that Team USA has right now is that they're not using. They don't have momentum. KSA is just going first on everything, and that they're USA can't do what they want.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is looking like a roll right now.
I think this round.
USA, they just don't have enough gas in the tank to really keep trucking at this
gotta
point.
be
as
over, right? Like,
KSA
No, yeah,
is
it's
away
over.
from
I think it's the
taking
only
a
Bastion. Oh
flawless
no, they might be
round.
And that was
nope.
dominant. USA didn't get to play their game at all. Your
Oh
ultimate's being used
man,
perfectly.
USA,
Understanding the situation, being
USA,
proactive.
man.
That is what you need to do in this setup, playing the Sigma, playing the Bastion, playing the May, and Saudi Arabia is currently playing it perfectly. USA, they need to find a way to be able to match this level of aggression, because right now, they're
Jay
getting caught
hates
with their
USA
pants around the
confirmed.
legs.
Wait, oh, I
Yeah,
voted for
absolutely.
Team
And
USA.
KSA get to defend, but they're not really defending. They're always attacking,
Are you guys
jumping around
talking
corners,
about my
throwing
curse?
down ults and cycling those perfectly. USA just
You have a
haven't
curse?
Yeah,
found their
every
turn.
team I
Now that things
predict
are
that's gonna
reset,
win
we go to round
ends up
2, this
just
could be a
losing.
completely different
like
scenario.
the Bad Patch
That
of Mario.
how who
Yeah,
wins that first
I don't.
fight,
Apparently,
so
they say
important.
that about me for the
USA
World
may be
Cup,
behind
which I don't think
this.
is
I
true.
don't
I
know
have
if this
I got
is
every
just
single
being
team
early
right today so
position
far.
as Hydron stay on it, goes back to the Sojourn.
There is going to be a switch here, though. Hydron going over to the Sojourn is a change for USA. Maybe thinking that this means that they don't have to take the head-on fight, because Sojourn doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as the Bastion, but the pick potential is dramatically higher. If you charge up that rail, you hit the headshot, you could find a pick
It's
at any
basically a
point.
mirror comp.
Both teams
Besides,
playing
once he has
pretty
a Bastion, one
defensively
has a
right now.
Sojourn.
Kalush
Yeah,
has spotted out
saw that
Yubi
earlier,
in this
too.
side room, but once again,
Ooh.
KSA are the team that's being aggressive, and a great wall coming out of Yubi,
Mortality's still
but a
saves
better
him, I
lamp
think.
from RuPaul.
KSA just had a plan B.
Okay.
First, it was to draw
Oh.
USA to the bridge,
I love how
off of the UB
aggressive
wall,
KSA
and
is,
then when
though.
Kalush
I would-
discovered them with the hit markers,
That's how
as
I
he
play.
pointed
I
out,
love being
they were still
aggressive.
able to get a great isolation, but
lose the
USA, once their backs were against the wall, they were able to bite
That was a
back,
nice-
and KSA just
I thought that for
weren't
sure they
how
were gonna
that
get it.
fight
They
was
walled off
going.
Kalush
USA
perfectly.
able
That
to really
immortality
fight
from
back
RuPaul.
and even
Yeah.
take the point when it felt
Basically
like they
saved
were
it.
That was
supposed
great.
to lose.
It's kind of shades of our last series of Great Britain versus Australia, where Great Britain was just absorbing the aggression. That's what
Wait, what do
USA
you mean
did
KSA
much
got a
better
nano
in this
boost
round.
from the
They
on-off
absorbed
voice
the
actor?
aggression from KSA. They expect it to
Is she
come,
cheering on
keep
KSA?
Kalush alive, and then they're able to rebound back with even more damage and find the pick. So USA already
It's
looking
called
much better
soccer.
in this round.
All right, USA.
That's
winning
actually
their
pretty
first
cool.
Fight now of the map. giving up a ton of space. Now the flip
don't
could
wanna
be
give
going
up
through.
that.
Is someone going to contest?
Okay.
No, KSA get the point for free.
Yeah, they
USA
kind of
plan on
C9 there.
winning the long battle.
But as long as they win the
again.
team fight,
Yeah,
they
they
should be
Focus.
fine.
KSA round the open.
But that is
focusing on
about,
the
like,
objective. USA pick
maybe
them apart.
But
15.
making
That
waste
was
of
all
time.
part of the game plan.
As much as
Yeah,
it's not the
that's
worst thing in the
15%
world
they
to give
could've
up
had.
the point as long as you win the team fight, if they were able to retain the point, all
like
of a
to see
sudden
them
they'd be
pinging
at
that cryo
40,
freeze.
50%.
Yeah.
Great use of the
And
ping system.
There are players on the USA
I think the
squad
ping
who
system
potentially
is
could've touched.
great
You could
for the
have
game.
OG go there, Sugar Free on the May
Obviously,
could
I'm a
potentially
fan,
give a
so
lot of time.
biased.
So I like the idea from USA. They are playing more safe.
I'm just
but
glad
they
that
cannot
my,
be giving
you
away
know,
the cap
3
so early
teammates
for
turned on
free
voice
because
chat
that's
can
going to
still
make it a
somehow,
lot
like,
harder to
contribute
close out
to the
this
team
round.
fights.
And that means that KSA
Sure.
won't need to win as many team fights.
Until they
So
join voice
let's see if there's
comms
an
and then start
adaptation
flaming
from
at the end of
USA
the game, but
on this time because you can
That's
see USA
that's the
playing very
important end
far
of game
back, but
plan. Yeah.
extremely early gravitic flux that hits absolutely nothing from Kaluj.
I saw something. I want to
did
go
you
for
stun
it.
it
I
out?
want to
No,
toss
she
it.
got it.
Kaluj, though, is just a little flight simulator there.
They're split,
Good
though.
damage, though,
Yeah.
still into KSA. Hydron unleashing 2 from the low
Nice,
side. where
Hydron. That's what I
KSA
like to
don't
see.
know.
So
It's
gets
like
out.
USA are drawing KSA into a trap, and it's working out.
Yeah, then you can see this is now all of a sudden it's KSA who are the team was like, we don't know how to play the way we wanted. We want to get aggressive. Now UB switching over to the Symmetra. That will allow them to pick their choice of where they want to go. They can teleport across the way and get on the USA much more effectively, but they might be teleporting into a Blizzard from Sugar Free.
See that UB is looking around to make sure.
Oh, he met. Oh, no.
That's tough.
That is tough.
But what matters is
They still
KSA
get-
are hoping to flip, and USA are contesting it.
Uh-oh.
Sugar Free Falls not able to
just give
find the
up.
Blizzard play. he was
Yeah,
planning
it's,
on.
I don't think they use any
KSA have done
ults.
more
Yeah.
than enough to not only get
I
the
think
point
they
back,
at least
but
baited
push
out.
USA
I don't know if they used Bash
back
in
to
that
their
fight.
beaches.
But I know they used
And oh my god, USA are going to commit. They dropped the sound barrier from
Wait, they're actually
OG.
committing.
As soon as KSA gets a little aggressive, they trade
Oh, they got to
UB
kill,
out.
so I guess
Yeah,
they
yeah.
But
would
KSA
commit.
should be able to disengage from this one, but that was
Makes
both
sense.
sound barriers traded, and now
Oh,
USA
double
should be in an
windows.
advantage.
Right in front of each other.
That's scary.
He's right in the middle of both.
Breakfast throws a blizzard right in their face. And somehow no one has died from that. Everyone dropped to the
Yeah.
low ground where it's nice and safe and warm. Kaluj, though, beats Quartz to death.
Oh,
And
he got
USA
one at least.
fluxing all these
Oh, he's
members
gonna
of
probably die
KSA,
here, though.
They're trapped in these tiny rooms. Now at 97%,
turret nerfs coming in
USA
clutch
are hoping
there.
to flip the
They do
KSA
Was there
in the
turret
corner
nerfs?
and
A while
they're
back. It was
stacking
Okay.
like
from
6
each
months
other.
ago or something. I don't know,
Oh,
but
okay.
they used to do a
Round
lot more
three.
damage.
Yeah, he
And
will
then
go into
he added the,
overtime
like,
because the flip
the
happened at
reveal thing
97%.
instead of
but
the
I
I
remember.
don't think anyone's gonna get there. Quartz gets there and deleted.
I don't think KSA
for
is
that
coming
one
back
as well.
from this.
Haku next, but this
They're
is
just staggering the point.
extending
Yeah.
the inevitable.
This is
on
a
USA,
great game, though.
evening it up.
1-1.
1-1, and that
Really
was just
pretty
much
decisive,
better play from Team
both
USA.
matches. Obviously, the first
Great
match
adaptation on
was
the
first
fly,
round
knowing
more
what's
That
decisive.
first
going
round
on
was a roll.
against KSA. So now we go
I think,
over to Volcano. This is a very
I think Team USA is playing a little bit more
maze-like map where you can play so many different ways, and that might
reactionary.
sort of
Like
lean
the
better into
KSA
way
is still
KSA
pushing
wants
into
to
them.
play, because they
They're
can play around
healing
corners
for each
and they
other,
can
and then
catch
they're
the
like
USA off
waiting
guard
for someone to
compared
get
Beast.
caught out of position.
I'm glad this one randomly ends
It
on
was
the
nice
volcano.
to just see the disengage.
I was
how
just about to
much
say,
space
I was thinking in my head, maybe it's all like a
USA
script
could give
so that
and
everyone
then
can
take
see
back. They
each
really
phase of the
manipulated
map.
that last round very well. We go to our deciding round to see who goes to match.
No
point.
way.
And most
USA
forecasters
is playing the
predicted this
mile
would go
game
all
and
the
not the
way to
kilometer
game
game.
3. We'll see if that will be the case. It's the Bastion there of Quartz with Hydron. See if it'll be the Bastion or the Sojourn. Once again, the Sojourn.
And Hydron did find some pretty good value with the Sojourn. Playing on the off angle, actually at one point was able to take Surmage
Mr.
coming
Blizzard,
into
man,
the
can you
fight.
buff
So you can
Jay3's
see
hair?
they don't want to match the damage, they just want to be more of a threat and make KSA have to feel like
Come
they
on,
have to
man.
attack it from multiple
seems
fronts
fun.
and deal with multiple threats. Once again, USA
See?
taking more
See,
control
chat?
over the point, but KSA getting aggressive.
Kaluj is able to get so much ult charge just playing this corner, constantly getting hit markers. And
So basically the same
KSA
comp again.
is trying to fight back against him. Now the cap is available. KSA taking the space. They have the May wall to make sure no one can
Oh!
Actually, Kaluj.
I was about to say,
sneaks through the
Kaluj
crack,
is
but
touching
still
so they
gives
don't
up
give him the
cap.
point. That was a
Now
great
the
May wall, by the
responding
way.
May wall from Sugar Free. KSA are trapped in a place they don't want to
Both
be.
immortality
But the
user
Bastion
out.
of Quartz breaks through, trying
Wait,
to
who's
break
that
some
on the
heads
flank?
of USA.
Is that their back?
They
I
start
think it
to
was.
back away, head for the hills. No one has still
Yeah.
died
Oh, no,
yet.
that's their
Oh,
Sojourn.
Sojourn.
Matrix from Surmajed is available a little bit earlier there from RuPaul, and that's what makes a difference.
Man, this is a
Still
really
in a
great match
4v4
with how
though.
aggressive both teams
Trading
are.
blow for blow, KSA seem stabilized.
You see Hydron playing this Sojourn kind of like he likes to play the Soldier. With the Amplification Matrix advantage, USA is going to step onto the point. This potentially could force the flip, but we might see KSA trying to
I
jump.
don't
They
think
don't
they're
want to
gonna
give up
flip
the point.
Oh,
Flux
that was a big kill
available
though.
from Kaluj, but maybe has to just dodge the artillery strike. Now is a counter engage from USA, but the sound barrier is what sustains KSA.
Nice.
USA using their second.
Nice, Team USA. Come on, Hydron.
The wombo combo, the paint sandwich that KSA did not want to
The
bite.
paint sandwich.
Haku uses the sound barrier, but it's not going to save you from a gravitic
I thought it
flux
was
and a
paint.
Hydron who's just
Was it the
shooting
paint
into
sandwich?
people.
I thought I heard paint. So I was like, wait, what is that?
Yeah, USA
Neither
was
one
an
is good,
expensive fight.
honestly.
Cost them 4 ultimates. Now they're only relying on the sugar-free Blizzard to be able to give them advantage against KSA, who have
This
the
is
Blizzard
living
of
up to
their
the hype.
own,
Of course it
plus
is.
the
This
gravitic
is
flux
probably
from
one
KSA.
of the best matchups that you could probably see. Most intense,
KSA taking
anticipated.
positions. The flux. Okay,
And I
the
think
accretion
both-
is gone. Kalush
Yeah.
has used it. KSA has this for free.
I
He
think they're
only gets
fine.
the
They
tank.
only got the
Kalush
tank and he's
using
behind
the
the wall.
shield to
But
block a
both
lot of
team
that
has mail.
damage. He's healed
But they
back
take
up
the
to full.
Ah, they flipped
KSA
it. That's bad.
forced
Yeah.
Some good cooldowns and they have the point.
I don't know what
They
Team
can't give up the
USA
cap
here is
there to
doing. I think
USA.
that's just what I wanted to
Sugar-free.
live.
Where is
Yeah.
he? The Blizzard from the right side. I knew he was going to sneak up on them. The immortality of
Okay.
Surmajed was online for quite a while,
there
but
it goes back
Hydron
again.
still found enough.
Yeah, but I
heads
think
to
they
give Team
they
USA
lost
the fight
what?
win.
20 to
Smart by
30%
USA,
they
sort
could have
of
had.
baited KSA a
Could have
little
made the
bit,
last
and
fight right
Sugar-Free
here.
Perfectly timed Blizzard. So even though they did have the ultimate disadvantage, they were able to eventually win the team fight. So now this is on a knife's edge. Both teams
here is
really
tough 'cause
1
it's
to 2
really easy
team
to wrap
fights away
around.
from closing everything out. Now it's Yubi's turn with the
yeah,
Blizzard.
they
How
should
are they going to
back.
manipulate the USA into a corner where the Blizzard can actually find value?
I hope they don't C9 again.
Yes,
Oh,
they-
that's
yeah,
bad.
Matrix actually have Kalush isolated, so this is going to be popped early. RuPaul tries
Okay,
to back
Bastion
him
wasn't
up
in
with his
position
own
just
amp.
yet.
Forts
Yeah,
just
but the
so
only bad
deftly
thing I
using
think
this,
is
and
they're
Kalush
going to
tries to
C9 the
show
point
his
again.
face to
Yeah.
contest the point and almost paid for with his life for it. Hydron's overclock doesn't last too long. Here's the artillery strike from
Quartz is doing really well.
Up against the wall, Sugar-Free is found. And this has been fight-win exchange from both sides. KSA with the point again.
And because KSA keeps getting those flips early,
I think
now all
Kalush tried
of
to
a
use the
sudden they
Bastion
haven't had the
artillery
point
there.
for very long. Or
You
won
can't-
that
you
many
can't
team
do that,
fights.
right?
They
You
are
can.
If
one
you're
team
looking
fight
up.
away from closing
Yeah.
this one away.
Okay.
Hydron did throw away the
There's a
overclock.
funny
He
clip
tried to
about
pop
me
it,
on
instantly
Reinhardt, and I
got
thought I
blown
could
up.
turn my
Mackenzie's
shield up
going
and
in
block
with the
him.
sound barrier.
My whole team died.
Don't be shoved into the volcano.
Yeah, I wasn't
Hurt a
actually
lot.
sure about that
OG
one.
Also
Yeah,
reconsidered
my
the
whole
sound
team
barrier
I thought that
would
until he
work.
landed.
Actually,
That's
I thought
a
it
lot
would-
of
if
stay
you
for
would have
USA
asked me
and the
before just
Blizzards
now, I
have
would have thought it would have
trapped
worked.
KSA. He is
I think she was
frozen.
one of them that died.
KSA are
Okay.
left without
No,
a
I believe you
tank.
that it happened.
Team
I'm
USA
surprised. I would have been
bulldozing
wrong,
their
I
way
think.
to the objective. They lost their own tank, but I think there's been
Nice.
enough
Come on,
damage
Team
done.
USA.
Once
Dude, this is going down to the
should be
last
smooth
fight,
sailing for
chat.
USA.
It's gonna be
Perfectly
the
timed
last
He's gotta
fight.
go get him.
Sugar-Free.
He's gonna go
KSA
speed
tries
boost
to
him
go
back.
aggressive with the sound barrier, gets
It doesn't even
matched
look
by
like-
OG, and then
USA
all of a
has
sudden, they're in a small room. Sugar-Free
2.5
Blizzard is
ults.
perfect.
They
So
have 2
now,
ults. KSA doesn't have any.
KSA
They almost have
Team
2.
USA final fight
3.
of this map to go to match point. Both teams have lots of ultimates online. How is this fight going to break down? KSA's going through main. They don't want to go for the kind of flanks that got them
early
the advantage
that.
in map
Oh,
one.
but it-
Early
That's a
Flux comes out of
big,
Cluj.
big
The ice
goal.
Sent a lot of
block out, too,
abilities,
from
so-
Yubi is going to be in a vulnerable position. Amp Matrix from Surmajed. Make sure that USA don't
Both
choose
windows
to
are
engage
basically
then.
done.
And now, speaking of that, 99% to 99.
But KSA
Last
has.
fight
Yeah,
for
I think
round
KSA
number
wins
one,
this.
Coming
Yeah.
down to the wire with KSA close to
Yep.
a ton of ultimates.
They whiffed
At
one,
least
though.
3 with the flux online from KSA.
Oh, that's
That's
not
massive.
Well,
Creation
okay.
not going to be hitting him and focus
Oh, he
is
didn't
there
get the
on
kill because the mortality
supports.
kill.
Oh.
Moving Kaluj out of his
They
way
capture.
to KSA
Now the wick.
has just
Yeah,
been
but they
bullying
mailed.
USA
Yep.
as much as they
I don't
can
think anyone
under
can touch.
Blizzard,
Right.
Oh,
and USA
Lucio
are
gets pushed
almost
back.
being zoned away from the objective because of that. Somehow USA are still touching Kaluj.
Oh, come on, Hydron. That's the good flank. That's a great flank.
Yeah, that's huge.
Oh,
the artillery all
No
fired
way.
at Hydron.
I think Hydron actually just single-handedly
I
saved
don't
this.
know.
Oh.
I do think it's-
so
yeah, that's it. Not sure.
That is crazy. They're taunting each other.
And you can see the confidence coming out of KSA.
Team USA is going to need to win this. This is their map pick. They have to win.
Positions, and that's why you're
They
not
have
gonna see
to. If they
May
don't
here.
win, then they
Sugar-Free's
lose.
gonna be
It's
on
a
Echo, playing on
first
the
to 2
opposite
wins.
side as Hydron, so you have multiple points of threat. KSA gonna
Florida
stick
played
to
a
the
shit ton of
Symmetra
Junker
to at least attack one of those points.
You,
This Symmetra pick
this is the
is
World Cup,
interesting
not
to me. It
Overwatch
doesn't
League,
make
chat.
sense with the way the rest of the compositions are playing. So it makes me think that there is a plan here from KSA that potentially they're trying to take position away from USA by utilizing the teleport.
Even just a threat before you even place the teleporter.
There's a threat.
Never mind. That threat is gone.
If they
when
don't
you just
win,
get
they
headshot
lose.
like that.
That's
And
true.
that's KSA kind of waited too long baiting the
Oh,
teleport.
come on,
Really
Hydron.
scaring USA into falling back, but that just gave time and space for Hydron.
Oh,
and
Quartz is.
Sugarfree.
I'm surprised. I love that
Yeah,
Hydron
was
versus
very
Quartz
strange.
matchup.
Yubi sort of walked up, not expecting anyone to be sort of shooting at him as he crosses
think
that
Quartz kinda
distance,
died on
potentially
purpose there
trying to
'cause it
get in
was over. I don't
position.
think
to
Yeah.
they weren't trying to win that
teleport,
anymore.
Gets taken out by
I think even if he
Hydron,
got
and
that
Hydron
trade,
winning the
though,
1v1
that would've been really
against
big
Quartz
for
as
him
well,
and his
obviously
team coming
getting
back.
kills.
Sure.
So it's
I
not
just meant
too
like in the
much
last
of a
second of that
1v1,
fight,
but
it was over.
you can see the setup from USA in this top-down view. Hydron on the left side, Ultraviolet on the right, keeping Kaluj alive, and that just is so much damage coming from many different angles.
And it's not an easy spot to teleport to. I mean, USA might just be too far away, and the poke
Wait, what?
still
Are they
too
teleporting out?
strong. Like, I'm getting deja vu from how
No,
New
they're
Queen
teleporting.
Street went. It was just so
I didn't even know,
controlled
to
by
be
I was
Hydron.
confused. I was like,
I wish I could have had an answer, but I didn't even know what they were doing.
Ultraviolet into a rail from Hydron, and Quartz just disappears, and all of a sudden USA starting to feel themselves feeling much more comfortable on this composition.
2 minutes down.
KSA almost half the time bank gone. How can they just be more aggressive? It just seems
Can't
like
hold this
USA
thing
are
over
out
too
of their
long.
reach. Even if they teleport,
True, I think
they'll
they're just
still be
taking
in
a lot
front
of
USA.
Yeah.
Is that really going to
Build
help
ults
their
and whatnot.
position? Would
Yeah.
they just be walking into USA's trap like they did on the previous map? KSA don't even... Well, they're close to some ultimates, maybe the Matrix, but when USA are so dispersed, where is your
Sim flank?
focus going to lay? KSA are actually...
Yeah, I actually
taking
don't
positions on the
understand
top
what
right,
Yubi's
go on the
doing.
flank, and they're still found
Getting
on the
headshot.
cross. USA with first blood time and time again.
I don't think they need to use any more ults, but I'm actually really surprised KSA is using ults.
now are
Surma G
stuck, not
just
able to
used his
disengage or escape from this
ult
position.
trying to get a pick.
So USA
Yeah.
are
I
gonna
don't think.
farm them
I think
up
they should have
even
just
more.
team wiped. You lost one player. It's a
I don't think
4v5.
KSA has even had the
USA was using ults,
opportunity
so you could have
to
just came
accomplish
back.
what they're trying
Use
to
your ults
do
for next
with
fight.
this Symmetra. Every time they peek their head out, they're just getting absolutely eliminated out of nowhere. So right now, USA, the only ultimate they've had to use is the Captive Sun, and we're down to a minute and a half. KSA needs to start finding some value.
I told you, chat. Koth is just a
KSA,
team deathmatch
now
type of
it's
game. They were
Again,
even in the team
Matrix, then
deathmatch.
you draw
This
USA
is where
into your own trap, into
it
this
gets a
area
little
where
bit more
this can be
complicated with
useful.
strats
KSA
and
are
stuff.
gonna try that flank that they wanted to do last time, except maybe without getting bodied. So KSA now
Oh, he
hidden.
needs to back
USA
up.
don't know where this
Yeah.
is. Hydron
Shot.
snuck up on.
This could be it
He
though.
manages
That's
to
a
escape
big.
to that high ground.
I love
Focus on
it.
Barry
Oh,
and
okay.
Matrix. Is there any targets in sight?
Nice!
Sugar
Sugar-free.
Free on the dupe.
Sugar-free's
Show
disgusting.
how it's done.
18-year-old.
Kalush with the
Yeah.
rabbinic
Monster.
flux and sugar-free, the cherry on top.
Oh
KSA,
my.
that's not the diet they wanted.
They're
And they're
pocketing
really
this in
stuck.
pretty
At
hard,
least
but
they
that's
managed to
over.
get a tick
Oh,
out of
they're
it.
gonna see.
The
They'll
job becomes
stagger.
easier and easier from here on out.
And Lab is going to get staggered. That little bit of extra time moves
Take
this
a little
into final
plunge.
fight territory for KSA. The Symmetra not paying off at all for them. They do have the overclock. KSA's getting up to their first flux almost.
USA
4
has
minutes
3
in.
ults,
That's how
I believe.
difficult
KSA
it
has
been for KSA.
almost,
so final
2, yeah,
opportunity,
almost.
and
That
USA
depends on
firmly in
Surma G.
control.
Yeah, it's
Hydron has an
almost-
overclock. He's been so scary so far in this round.
Playing like he has an overclock, to
I
be
think they
honest.
need to go
and
first.
It's actually
Oh,
Quartz's overclock
nice
first on the
heals.
high ground. Hydron dip dive and dodge, but caught maybe by the flux. KSA has to go big here.
Oh, he's going
But
aggressive
losing
for that.
Jet on the run is not ideal.
Come on,
Limited
USA.
kills. It's up
You guys
to
gotta
Lab
win
for
this.
that new sub to keep
Oh,
it
they almost
and
C9.
also deliver
Oh,
the
jeez.
DPS. Kalush fighting hand to hand.
As soon as they full hold this and they probably
Finally,
win.
this
Oh,
offense
they're
breaks through.
not!
They will full cap, but in overtime.
Yeah,
Overtime,
honestly,
bro.
the Lab versus
Overtime.
Ultraviolet goes in, tries to take the fight, and Lab just
Don't
hits the
say there's a
first full
curse,
clip
man.
into
I
the
swear,
headshots,
in
and
my
there's nothing Ultraviolet
mind,
can do. He
I thought
disappears
USA was
from
gonna
there.
full hold, and
No
then they were
healing
gonna
for
taunt
USA.
KSA
So
next.
It took a while, but they
I
eventually
didn't
got there,
do
and
it.
think
I
UB will be
swear.
staying on this May for the rest because the Symmetra did not pay off. But once again,
It's
a
not-
great
I
setup
didn't
for the
curse,
way that USA
chat.
wants to play. Hydron sitting on top of the pipes, Ultraviolet and Sugar Free playing on the left. They're going to try and set up a semicircle around KSA, just making threats, continue to find the picks.
I'm
that they
gonna
found on the
glue
first
his
point.
mouth.
This
Ray.
is a comfort pick for
What?
UB too. He's played that in a lot of contenders Europe, so knows how to isolate those Sigmas.
Ray, I still have
That's
your
gonna
message
be the
on,
primary target when Hydron and Sugar Free are mobile enough to get
IG.
away. Quartz trying to enter the building up against Sugar Free. Assistance there from Surma Shed. Just not able to, well, evict USA yet. Captive Sun, not great targets. Kalush is the victim of that, but hasn't really died yet. It's been tough for KSA to finish off these targets with
push
how
shots.
good USA are at hiding in these fights.
Sugar Free is just so good. So
Quite a bit of
many
distance,
different
though.
heroes. Goes
Right?
over
Quite a
to
bit
the
of distance
Echo,
for the payload.
Yeah,
plays
they
the
got
Sojourn, plays
they got
the
a lot
Alari,
on
just
one
world-class at
fight
those
actually.
picks. And
Yeah.
you can see the issue that KSA
Really
had.
efficient.
It took them so long to get into that small room.
I really want to see
get
what they
into
do with
position,
Mail
but
now.
as soon as they get
This
there,
is
there's
I
just
think
so
this is
many
going to be
threats
hard
all over
to
the
hit
place.
any Mail. You
Sugar
have a
Free with a great
flying, you have
duplicate.
Sojourn that
He was in
can
trouble,
slide.
but because of that duplicate, gets an extra
Sigma
health
needed.
pool and just starts taking down some members. And now Yubi, has the Blizzard, but it's going to be difficult to find anybody with this. I think he's going to be looking to kill Kaluj when Kaluj steps up.
Oh, if
plays
he
him
gets
down,
his
but
ult and they all
Watts
go
gets
into
a
that
great pick on
small
a
room, I
That's
think that's going to be massive.
early pick that should open the door for them.
It starts
With
sick.
how distanced
Quartz
USA
is
has been
disgusting.
positioning away from KSA, you needed your range DPS to pop off. This is Quartz's moment. This is his gear against Kaluj.
I
Now
think-
needs a few more shots.
And they
And
cap
even at a
this.
distance, there is
Wow,
a dent
from getting full
in
hold
USA.
to getting
And
into
with
third
KSA
point with
also
probably
getting
2 minutes.
progress on the card, that's a point B cap and no
Almost
recontest
exactly.
from USA.
And that's KSA's individual players and their mechanics stepping up. You know, great shots from Quartz. Yeah, and an underrated thing about playing Mei in these kind of like shooter comps where people are trying to set multiple flanks is you can actually drop a Mei wall in front of the flank or just to help your team maneuver around. And there's nothing that Team USA can do. So if they use those walls effectively to just close the distance and give their teams advantageous angles, then all of a sudden the Mei doesn't need to just be finding the picks or just try and isolate individual targets. You can enable your hit scan players to make flanks exactly like this.
Yeah, what I've
USA
seen
are
a lot in
confident
this
team, but they
is
don't go for
they
ego
usually
plays. Like, they're not
they usually
feeding
send their
Hydron.
Sojourn and
Just
their
knows he's that good.
Alari
He
on
is
the
that
flank.
guy.
They're doing
He, him.
spec
Look at
ops
him
on the
go.
side.
Yeah,
2K
it's a really
for
strong combo.
USA.
Yeah.
And you see KSA trying to escape and not able to even get some trades to maybe slow
I'm actually
USA
really scared
down
for
a
Team
little
USA.
bit.
Yeah.
If they full held, I would have been so happy, but
Great for
now I'm
USA to
actually
get some
scared if they
ult
could get
charge
this
off of
far.
too.
No, for sure.
Yeah, USA snuffed out that flank from Sir Majed, sees them in the room, realize that if they commit and just bring more members, then they're going to be able to win the fight. So now 50 seconds remaining. You said it, Lemon. This is getting very close to last fight territory. There are a lot of ultimates coming up for KSA.
Oh, Yubi. Oh, and
Very
Kalush
aggressive.
tried to use the graph, couldn't eat it in time. Kalush is in trouble. Takes a while to kill
Wow.
him, but on the flank there is Ultraviolet with the captive sun. Forces out the MO, but no kills coming out of that play. I like the creativity out of RuPaul Ultraviolet to try and do something while your tank is locked up.
Flux
but
and
KSA are on a roll.
Alari.
And those were
Yeah,
both
almost
support
Sojourn.
ultimates from
Yeah.
Team USA. They
Against
used the
Kabi.
amplification matrix and the captive
Yeah.
sun to
So they
no
cap
value.
you.
And that's gonna force
Probably.
Kalush to switch over to the Orisa,
Basically.
potentially allowing
I mean,
him
good
to
horse
play
swap.
more
I think it's
aggressively
great
Great
that
time
because
for
of
that.
the
Does
Flux,
get pulled off,
yeah.
though, so he's already in the back line.
But I don't even know if
Kalush
they'll be
now,
alive.
that anchor
Yeah,
on
no, I
the
think
Orisa, the captive sun just
Oh,
for
they
him.
didn't get him. He waited for the
Fortify
last
against
second.
Flux.
Yep.
He will not be lifted. He will not be
Oh,
moved.
that caught him back.
KSA in
There's no
trouble.
way.
Their
There's no
backline's
way.
getting hit
There's
by
no
the
way.
Kalush.
Sugar free.
Sugar
It's
free.
Lenny
Gaming.
time.
Oh my
So many
goodness.
different
Oh,
ways. It will be
sugar
USA
free.
rolling on, managing to get
That was
past
crazy.
front
That was
line,
good.
Take down everyone around KSA, and they will deny the full cap.
Very intelligent swap.
They were already
from
pressured.
Kalush.
Like their health was already
Recognizes
kind of low.
there
Yeah,
might
maybe
be
he
a
did.
flux,
I
they
didn't
could
see
flux them off the point and
like
just
who
capture
did
the point,
who
goes over to the Orisa.
hurt those two
has
that
the
badly. The
Fortify
battle.
Yeah, I actually
against
didn't
KSA,
see who did
tries to
all
use the
that
flux
damage,
against
but
him.
Yeah.
Fortifies
I'm
up,
actually really
stays on the ground,
surprised
and from
that
there, the
flank
rest of
actually
USA
worked. I
team
think
can clean up. So
someone was
not
behind
bad
them.
for
I
KSA
wasn't so.
considering how the first point went,
Yeah.
but USA definitely, you know,
Maybe he did
struggling
because I
at
mean he
times
got.
just due to some
He
we
individual
saw him
brilliance
cast a
from the KSA
Bapple
players.
in Echo form,
The
which
fact
is
that
like
KSA
not
almost
super
got
easy to
full
do these
health, I'm
days.
Yeah.
Like it
giving
actually
them
that
more
means there was
credit.
quite a bit of
I think
damage
it's fantastic
already
they
dealt.
almost
Oh,
got
it was
to the
both
end of
Babs.
C.
Wait, both Babs?
It
Oh,
was
but-
the
oh,
limited
yeah, okay.
time
Both
that they
Babs were on
had.
the flank?
With how
Okay,
much of
so
a slow
actual
burn
Bab
it
and
was
Echo Bab.
just to take the high ground without having that Symmetra. It was tough to rotate there against how prominent the USA hit scans were on that right side. And KSI finally had Quartz make that huge play, had an overclock, had USA reeling, and KSA were able to build momentum, which is what was so difficult for them in the first place.
Looks like we're going to see similar compositions now as we switch sides, and I'm
What are you
interested to see
saying?
how this is going to
What
work
was actually
for
really
USA,
cool is I do like the
in general, it's a
Kaluj
lot
pick
easier
that
to
he
play the defensive
went
side
to horse,
because you have
and
the
then
positioning, the
they
opposition
were
has
trying
to
to
come
flex
into
the
your
horse,
sight
but
lines.
it like.
But already just
Which
looking, it
they
feels
did
like
bait
KSA
out
is going to
the
play a lot
gold.
further back and a lot more defensive
But I guess his
than we
flux
saw
was
from
running
Team
out,
USA,
and he
who were
ended
trying
up
to
not
play
picking
these
him up.
aggressive
I think that
formats.
actually changed.
Yeah.
That was actually really cool.
KSA are taking a page out of that USA strat book. Man, that was so annoying. How far they were and how unreachable they were. USA not going to have the Symmetra to help them gap close. It'll be about just taking shelter, making sure Sugar Free's protected. He doesn't have like a Brig or a Mercy to pack him at range. It's a
Immediately
little
starting
bit
with the
difficult.
Reds.
Hydron and Ultraviolet that have been such an incredible duo when being able to surprise other teams,
Echo on their
playing
own,
away from their own unit.
Yeah, kind of
Here's
interesting.
Hydron on that high ground. Fort's
I guess he
doing a
could
good
fly.
job of marking him.
He's thinking
also
about it.
having
Of course, he's
protection of
thinking
this
about
pillar.
it.
KSA are waiting for USA to make a move.
And you can see KSA are much more willing to
Sending,
give the
oh,
space.
I was about to say, they're
USA
sending
pushed
group,
all the way
their
into
BAP on
stacks
the
around
flank
the
by
side,
himself.
looking for a pick, and
okay.
they found it onto Sugar Free, but Kalush matches back.
I was worried about
They
this
did
Echo
push
on
the
the
Echo.
attack when you have.
They traded though, 4-4.
Yeah.
Or maybe your BAP shift. It's not as easy as maybe a break.
Oh, nice shot, High John.
On the other side, it's trouble for Sugar Free, but Kalush maybe makes this winnable. There's someone from USA backcapping.
That was really
KSA
smart.
is in
KSA
no
was
man's
flexing
land.
the,
Left is doing his best to
or not
heal.
flexing, he was
And USA,
grasping
despite getting first
the immortality
blooded,
field, so he was like getting
pulling
health out
through in
of
this
him
fight.
trying to kill the field.
Yeah,
I believe that's
that was
just
pretty
because
cool.
the KSA gave
That was actually a
USA
cool,
so
that's
much space.
interesting.
Kalush was
Sending
able
your
to get
BAP
all the way
and
onto
Sigma
the high
on the
ground of
flank
where
to take
card
the
is
high
right there,
ground, keeping your
and just
Echo
shoot
in
down
main, and
these
then your
spears
Alari
into KSA
and
that it felt like they got back
Sojourn
into a
on the
back
high
into
ground.
a corner. So it didn't even matter that they got the first pick because USA had the positioning and they were slowly able to take down all the players of KSA in a relatively quick first point capture here for USA.
Every point's pretty different here though. Like they clearly were just strategically better on the first point. Like they broke them so fast, but like this is a really different point.
But wait, gets away with that shot. And Kalush could have chased
Oh,
him down. Here's
oh.
a captive son. Quartz wants to cancel
immortality
it,
field?
but he's starstruck.
Do you like
USA
Immortality Field?
getting away with getting KSA weak.
I
and
think,
just
you know, when it was
prioritize
introduced,
pushing
like,
hard.
the idea was that
Ultraviolet can easily jump
would
back
be
to his
this
team. Sugar Free taking creative angles
Grab
around
Dragon
too.
kind of thing. You know, because at
USA
that time,
good trickle
Grab
damage
Dragon
Grab
was
Dragon
like
was like, yeah.
super
getting
meta,
picked
super
off by the
strong. You
range
know,
of Forts and Yubi.
that's not so true anymore
you
today.
can see
You know,
USA,
that combo
they
isn't
have
as
to
strong
pick their
because
heads, they
Grab
have to
doesn't
try and
last as
take
long.
that positioning, and so far
So
KSA has been
I don't know.
doing a
That's
great
like a
job
long-winded
of
way of
just sort
saying.
of
I think
recognizing
it
the
made a ton of
targets
sense
and
for
picking them up,
when
and they've been working
at the
together.
time.
Force has gotten a couple of picks, Sermajed,
but, you know,
Yubi on that
I think
one.
it got nerfed today
So
too.
USA,
Oh, really?
all of a sudden,
Okay,
the
I'm pretty
ultimates
sure it
coming
did.
up, so they
So,
will be able
yeah.
to sort of utilize those ultimates to sort of deal with the
gotta
threats
definitely
coming
check
from
out
all
this
different
patch.
angles. Sermajed set
From a
up
game
the
design
amplification
standpoint, I think it's
early
super
for a
cool.
while,
I'll say that,
and
which is I'm
Sermajed
sure hot. I think it's a
utilized
cool
it against
idea
Kalush.
from a game design standpoint to
Kalush
have
was just
something
caught
that
out in the open, couldn't
is
play the
like
corner, that pillar
basically
on the left
saying this is
side
a
where the
pet that
sign
you have
is.
to kill
Didn't have
first before you
graph,
can kill the
didn't have
people
shield,
in
and
it.
obviously
Because
didn't
like some
expect the
heroes are
burst
going to
that
be
is
way
the
better at
Matrix,
that.
and
Like some heroes
like
are
we
going to
pointed out
destroy that
before,
fast, and
Kalush
some
is so
are not,
important
which
for
like
Team
changes
USA's
the
pushes.
matchups.
And that
So
was
I
a
think
duplicate from
that's
Sugar
cool.
Free
I
as
think it's
well.
a-
It didn't really even see any
But I think
value
it can't
from
be too
that.
strong. if
Yeah,
that's
I
what
think
you're
it's-
saying.
Now, all of a
I think
sudden,
they just need
USA
to, like,
coming to a halt
limit it,
because
like,
of
if
this
it saves
setup.
two
Look at
people, then
KSA's
Arm, I feel
line
like
that they've set
destroys.
from the overhead, but also keep an eye on Yubi. We saw him do this on
I like
Samoa.
bespoke
He wants
interactions
to go
with
for
things
a
like that.
flank,
Like I think
find
it's
some targets,
cool
and
how
then
Somber
drop a
Hack just kind
blizzard
of
on their
removes
head.
it. I think things like that are cool.
Oh, well,
So
they're
like,
quite far
you
away,
know,
so
it's cool
UB
that it negates depth. It's
didn't get
also
to
cool
go his
that
way.
other things can
didn't
negate
go
it.
his way, unfortunately for him. Fluxo from KSA, all the ultimates coming out. USA
okay.
contesting the card. Kalush
Yeah,
is frozen.
USA
Not able to
is-
flux in time. But Hydron makes his way to
he
the
missed the
back.
shot.
Duels against Labda, didn't get the charged up rail shot. KSA.
Oh, that was
Oh,
insane.
absolute last second.
Yeah.
Does get the
But
trade
will it
on
matter?
for
I'm not
that
sure it
piece.
does.
No, his
There's
spawn's
no
right there, I'm pretty
really
sure.
much going on for Team USA, despite how far they had to go to even get close to
All for
KSA.
naught.
Yubi's just hunting Kalush. Every time Kalush peeks his head, Yubi with the Blizzard is just finding him, turns around the angle, drops the Blizzard, knows Kalush can't do anything if he doesn't eat it with the grasp. So now, more time off the clock, 2.5 minutes. Kalush does have the flux, but how do you find anyone to flux? You don't want to pop it too
2.5
early
minutes,
and just have
chat.
the rest of the team scatter.
Signing USA deciding to go to the high ground. Grecian gone. KSA's shield is quite healthy. USA are just trying to juke them. There's someone on that off angle down there, and USA are maybe not all grouped up. Someone may be out of
wow.
range. It's
Okay,
Root
that's
Ball.
big.
I don't know why he
Oh,
was so far
no.
away from Team,
Team
USA, especially without
man.
Matrix.
Team
And the
USA.
captive sun from Ultraviolet only put a bit of damage into KSA, and USA are just down bad.
Nice rock.
Still lots of time left, and that's the advantage they had, capping so quickly over KSA, but this has been a struggle for USA.
Sermajed and Quartz are doing a phenomenal job of like sitting in this pylon area, waiting for anybody to cross. I think the reason RuPaul didn't make it with them is he tried to cross the first time, took too much damage, had to go back, so he was split from the rest of the team. Second time he tries to pick his head up, gets eliminated. KSA putting on a phenomenal hold on this second point so far. Kalush wasn't even able to use the gravitic flux.
Kalush has to be careful how he crosses too, really with the rest of the team, because an overclock is available for Quartz.
Crouch walking.
And that could be what finds a first blood. What
That's
starts
scary.
the fight on a good foot for KSA. Kalush trying to come in, multiple angles being taken from Team USA. The Flux. I don't know if it hit. I think it hit weakened KSA a bit. They distanced themselves. They're at the end of point B.
Come on,
USA
come on, USA. Come on, USA.
It's up to Sugar Free on the Duke Sigma to harass KSA. It's now tanks of USA trying to surround KSA, especially while Sir Majette is missing, and now Ultraviolet too.
Oh no.
Quartz on the
That's
overclock
bad.
is going insane.
Now Sugar Free.
Hydron keeps him in check along with Sugar
tracking
Free.
on the focusing beam.
KSA are starting to lose that defense.
I thought I was scared. Speaking of
so many
Sojourn
minutes
ulting.
out of USA, and this flex from KSA was nice, but USA
They're still holding though.
Yeah, they are.
Scaring this defense.
And there's just no
Widow.
Quartz on the Widow. Now that's going to be scary.
But they just couldn't find anything. Quartz switches
No.
on the Widow.
Okay, Jack.
That 5 seconds of Widow.
That was scary.
Goes back over to the Sojourn, and now it's final fight for USA. This is the end of the series. If KSA close out this one, USA will lose this series 2-0. They need to come up with some magic. Ultraviolet with the Captive Sun is the only ultimate they have, and they're walking into a blizzard from UV.
Ultraviolet is sneaking up. Here's the Captive Sun. He wants a squishy target. The shield's in his face, so he's flying around, making sure that Sojourn doesn't get a clocked shot on him.
I think that's game, maybe.
Can't have Sugar Free flying around for free. It's a 4v5 USA.
Oh, yep, that's game, chat.
And Quartz is just unleashing. The guy's insane. 2 picks in this fight. Did he just win the fight for KSA?
I mean, it's their tank, which is great.
But USA is still
but Overwatch,
But Overwatch, that's crazy. USA 2-0'd.
KSA take the series 2-0.
KSA.
Oh no! And you know what's tough is that they're all in the same room, so they see them cheering.
Mirror compositions against USA and were the better team.
That was a good game.